We have heard a lot about semiconductors, chipsets, SoCs, processors, and whatnot. But have you ever wondered what is this technology and how is it really made? And what's the big deal about it? Well, we are here in Malaysia in a small state called Penang, where Intel has its world class facilities, and we got a rare chance for you, Tech Today viewers, to show what goes on behind the scenes. So let's take a look.
Intel's semiconductor facilities in Malaysia are intertwined with the brand's history. The first ever offshore site was opened in Malaysia almost 51 years ago, and it started with just 100 employees. Now, half a century later, the facilities have expanded to build some of the most complicated chipsets on the planet. Let's try to explain what happens behind the scenes of a chipset factory. It all starts with something as basic as sand, which is used to extract slabs of silicon. These slabs are then cut into thin wafers. Then they enter the semiconductor fabs. They put different materials on these discs in special layers, something like adding toppings on a pizza. These layers help create tiny electronic parts on the chip. They use lasers to draw super tiny patterns on the chip, like drawing a detailed picture but on something as small as a grain of sand. The chip goes through an oven-like process to bake these patterns into the silicon. It's a bit like baking a cake, but with extreme precision. Then they check each chip to make sure it works perfectly. Imagine making sure every light bulb you buy is working before you take it home. To test the chips, they use a card with thousands of super thin needles. These needles are thinner than a human hair and connect to the chip. They measure how the chip uses electricity to make sure it's reliable and doesn't have any defects. After passing these tests, the chips are sent to other factories where they're put together with other parts and then shipped to customers. Of course, the process we just explained has been oversimplified, but it definitely gives you a glimpse of what goes into the making of these intricate chips that are the base for today's modern technologies.
India is going pretty bullish about semiconductors, as you see. So do you think we are a little late to the party, or is it just the right time and it's never too late?
It's never too late. I mean, look, we're excited about that India does have an interest in doing more around semis, and we're enabling the country, right? We've been in India for north of 30 years. We've had 14,000 plus people in India for quite some time now, working across all the things that we do. One of the things that Intel stands for, one of the things that we do is ecosystem enabling, and what that means is we build up companies that have aspirations in getting into manufacturing or export or professionalizing the things that we do. And so we're super excited that India wants to participate in manufacturing and wants to be a bigger player on the world.
India's semiconductor dreams are just starting to take shape, and it's important that we turn that massive potential into something real and tangible. We hope that happens sooner than later. For more such interesting content, stay tuned to Tech Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.